Adaeze was only 14 years old. She lived with her mother in their small yellow house at the end of Ugo Street. Every morning, Adaeze dressed up for school, and she did one thing that made everyone talk. She wore her black gloves. Just simple, plain, dark black gloves. And she wore them every day. She wore them during Harmattan, when the wind was cold. She wore them during hot season, when people use handkerchief to wipe sweat. She wore them when sweeping the classroom. She wore them during exams. Then, one fateful day in school, their home economics teacher walked in, and they were practicing something when the teacher asked Adaeze to remove her gloves. You need to knead the dough with your fingers, not with gloves. But Adaeze looked at the teacher and said, "Sorry ma, but I can't remove them." The whole class turned, eyes everywhere. "Why?" the teacher asked her. "Are your hands dirty? You can just watch them if you want." Then, one boy from the class started teasing her. "Maybe her hands are rotting." They all started laughing. Another said, "Maybe she just wants attention, Jare." All of them were busy laughing when the teacher asked them to keep their mouths shut. Adaeze kept quiet. She didn't reply any of her classmates trying to do some stupid funny jokes. Her eyes were kept to what she was doing. The teacher then asked her, "Adaeze, are you alright? Did you hurt your hand?" Adaeze replied to the teacher again, "I am fine, ma. I just can't remove them for medical reasons." The teacher wanted to ask another question, but looking at Adaeze's eyes, she couldn't even bother to do so. She just let her be. Even though the teachers in Adaeze's school understand that for medical reasons, Adaeze cannot be able to remove the gloves, but her classmates doesn't. They are the kind of people that love attention, they love drama, they are curious, and they really wanted to know whether Adaeze is sick or she hiding something. One particular person took it very personally. That one person wanted to break her, and that person was Chika. Chika was the queen of the school. She was 14 too, but she acted as if she's 25. Her father owned 3 shops in the market, and her mother never repeated clothes. Chika always come to school with new things, new shoes, new bag, new perfume. She loved attention. She loved noise. She loved when she gets the attention of everyone whenever she walked inside any place. And more than anything, Chika loved power, and with that, she bullied everyone in school, and she was being peered among her schoolmates. Every day, when Chika walked inside the school, they would be greeting her, "Good morning, Queen Chika." If you dare walk past Chika, you don't greet her. You've entered her red book. In fact, you will get punished upon punishment. She walked always slow, like a queen on a red carpet. Chika has her own gang of girls who followed her everywhere she goes. But Chika doesn't like anyone to challenge her. She wants to be the only attention, and she doesn't want to have any competition. She wanted people to fear her. She wanted someone to push down just to feel taller. And Adaeze, with her black gloves, a very quiet student, she was the perfect person Chika wanted. Because of her quietness, she felt like Chika can be easily intimidated and bullied. The first time Chika noticed her, she frowned. She started talking to one of her girls. "Why is she always wearing that thing? What is she hiding? Is it fashion or foolishness?" She and her friends started laughing. "Mama Gloves," they called Adaeze. But Chika doesn't love the name. No, that name is still... It's not giving what I want. We should call her Win Chance. She and her friends started laughing, And from that day onwards, they started calling her winch hands anytime she walked past. Then, one fateful day during break, Chika wanted to go and grab something at the canteen. When she noticed Adaeze coming, immediately, she called her winch hands. Adaeze stopped because that was the first time she's hearing such name. She looked around, but she didn't say anything. She continued where she was going, but Chika blocked her again and they started questioning her. Why do you hide your hands? Do you have a snake skin, or is your hand like a yam that fell inside fire? Which one? Adaeze tried to warn her to mind her business because she isn't disturbing anybody, so let her not disturb her. But Chika cut her off. Shut up. If I didn't ask you questions, do not talk. So you think you're better than us? With your black gloves, you're getting all the attention. You think you're special? Now, remove them. Let us see what you're hiding. Adaeze turned towards her. No, I can't. Why can't you? Are you afraid? Are your hands cursed? No, my hands are not cursed, and I'm not afraid of you. But I will not remove it, and don't push your limits. Chika smirked when she saw one of the teachers coming towards them. You are so lucky that teacher is coming here. If not, you would have removed this thing. Go and thank your stars. Tomorrow, I will make you remove them. Chika's friends gingered her, boosted her morale by clapping and shouting, "Hey, tomorrow drama go deo. You better get ready, Adaeze." But Adaeze turned and walked away. When she got home that day, she sat down with her mother and started telling her what happened at school. The mother was really sad. Kai, who is this Chika again? And why is she looking for your trouble? Mama, me, I don't know, but that girl should not get in my bad books. She would not like it. I did not leave my former school to come to this new school to come and face another bully. I will deal with her mercilessly. Adaeze's mother told her to calm down. You know how to handle things calmly. Why don't you do that? This school is still new for you to start dragging or start beating up a bully. I know you are not the quiet type as they thought, but don't show yourself now before they will start fearing you the way they were fearing you in your former school. With that, you will tell me you want to change another school again. Please, Adaeze, do not make people look at you awkward in this new school. I am begging you. Handle that girl with maturity and don't show off. Adaeze agreed, but told her mother if only Chika do not push to her limits. If she does, she would do something drastic. The next day at school, after the morning assembly, they were called out to come and do some exercise routine as the normal thing they do every Wednesday. Chika saw that as a very good opportunity to expose Adaeze in front of their whole class. Everything that is going on in that school is as if Chika was given a special treatment. She gets laid off even when she does something wrong. Teachers does not punish her. She gets this kind of special treatment that started to irritate Adaeze. When they started their sports activity, they were asked to run around the field the first time. And Chika saw that as a very brilliant opportunity to yank off the glove on Adaeze's hand. But when she wanted to do that, Chika didn't know how she somersaulted, and all her body, her school uniform was stained from head to toe. She was really angry, and the whole class started laughing at her. Instead of Adaeze being humiliated, Chika was the one that was humiliated. She angrily faced Adaeze. What did you do? Why did you put your leg on the way? And why did you fall me? Adaeze standing there looking confused. Me? Are you dreaming? Can you check the distance between the two of us? Can you explain how I am the one that made you fall? Please, Chika, stop. If you don't know who else to blame for you falling, don't come to me. Because if you do, you have no evidence. Chika angrily left the playground that fateful day and went to the restroom to go clean up herself. After the sports activity, they returned back to the class and Chika swore that she would deal with Adaeze. She would never go scot-free for embarrassing her in front of the whole class. After school that fateful day, Adaeze approached her. Chika, I want to talk to you. But Chika did not give her audience. She didn't even allow her to talk. So Adaeze ignored her and went home. The next day, during the class, a mathematics teacher came in and the teacher gave them an emergency test. And that test, teacher told them it will carry 20 marks. Anybody that fails it will definitely fail that mathematics. So after Chika was busy done writing, Adaeze too was also done writing. She wanted to go and submit her test when Chika brought out blue ink out of nowhere and poured it on her test script. Adaeze was really angry. The mathematics teacher was really angry too. But instead of blaming Chika, who did the unthinkable, the teacher started blaming Adaeze. Why are you so careless? And why on earth did you pour blue ink on your script? Now everything has been cleared. What do you expect me to mark? The man started telling Adaeze that she will fail that mathematics. Adaeze started begging the math teacher. She begged the class teacher to give her just 30 minutes that she's going to write in another script. And after so many begging, the teacher had to give her a chance, but this time to make her fail that mathematics, the teacher gave her only 15 minutes. And in less than 15 minutes, Adaeze was already done and gave the script back to the teacher. When the teacher left the class, Adaeze faced Chika. Why did you pour ink on my script? For what reason? Chika started faking pity. Oh, I'm so sorry. It wasn't intentional though. It's just that my hand slipped. Oh, and that will make you to fail that mathematics. If you can be able to make me fall down during that sport yesterday, I've swore Adaeze that I will make you pay in the school. If you don't leave the school, no, it is not me, Chika. You made me a laughing stock in front of the whole class. I will make you miserable. I will torment you till you leave the school. But Adaeze warned her. Chika, I've been very quiet. I'm not a talking type. I like minding my business and staying on my lane ever since I moved to this school. Do not push me to the limit. You will regret it though. I am warning you. Leave this quiet girl alone. If you look for my trouble, you will be the one that will end up regretting it. But Chika wasn't threatened. She wasn't feeling like someone that is scared of her Daisy. Rather, she started laughing at her. You will deal with me. Let us see, baby girl. Bring on the ride and let us see who will be expelled from this school very soon. And with that challenge that Chika gave to Adaeze, she decided to start tormenting Adaeze's life. During the break that fateful day, Adaeze decided to mind her business. She left the class and went to the canteen to go and eat again. As she was leaving the class, Adaeze was already waiting for her. She stopped her on her way. Winch hands, how far now? Are you going to willingly show us your hands this time around, or do you want us to remove them for you? You know I told you that if I do not make you leave the school, know that it's not me, Chika. I will surely frustrate your efforts. By the time you fail that mathematics and fail 2-3 courses, you will be expelled straight up. No one will say otherwise. I know that your own results will say so. But for now, I must surely find out why you're wearing black gloves to school. And if I don't find out, Adaeze, I would never rest until I see your real fingers. Adaeze stood there staring at her, but didn't say anything. Chika was busy running her mouth up and down, but Adaeze did not say any word. Not until Chika went closer to her and tried to remove the glove again, this time around. Adaeze gave her a very hot slap, twice on her face. Chika couldn't believe that Adaeze would have the mind to slap her twice. She was really angry. How dare you slap me? Are you okay? She wanted to fight Adaeze, but Adaeze beat her up like a child. She couldn't even raise her hand to touch Adaeze, even for one bit. She couldn't even pinch her. Adaeze beat her up like a small child and left her there and went to the canteen to go and grab some food. By the time Adaeze came back that evening, she told her mother what happened and told her to get ready because she and Papa might be summoned at the school the next day. Since Chika's family are very rich, influential, and I think they contribute 1 or 2 to the school, that is why the girl is feeling too big and feel like she can oppress anyone and nothing will happen to her. But Adaeze's mother was not happy. Adaeze, why now? You were warned. Just be your own. But Adaeze was furious. Mama, are you expecting me to stand and watch someone of my age to beat me up because I'm trying to hide who I am? That girl had it coming. I've wanted her to stay away from me, yet she wouldn't. Every time, she wants to remove my gloves. For what? She's the queen of the school. I am not dragging that with her. She wants to reign. She wants people to fear her. Mama, I'm not dragging that with her. But let her not cross the boundary of coming closer to me. If not, she will collect. I warned her, but she didn't listen. So get ready, because I think more drama will be coming. If Chika have the mind to be doing like this, who knows how the mother would be? She will be a second madness. So Mama, get ready, because you're about to experience something different. I have a feeling it's not going to be funny. And just as Adaeze said to her mother, the next day, the school called the parent to their office. But unfortunately for Adaeze, the father wasn't around, so it was only the mother that went to the school principal's office. They did not allow Adaeze to enter the class. They asked her to wait for her mother. Until the mother comes to school, the two of them should then head to the principal's office. Adaeze had to wait for her mother outside the principal's office until she arrived. The two of them walked inside the principal's office. When they entered, Chika's parents were already there. Chika's mother became very aggressive. So you are the one that beat up my daughter, eh? Did you see my daughter's eye? It's bandaged. Her head is also bandaged. For what? Because they brought in a lunatic from another school to this school? How are you guys able to even afford the school fees of this school when you are looking like this? Eh? I wanted to see your father now come in here with 2 policemen or 3 policemen and tell us that he's a politician or he's a higher officials, because what gave you the mind to beat up my daughter like this? I will beat you, and you yourself, you will land in the hospital. As Chika's mother was busy running her mouth, Adaeze had to ask her to please be quiet. Excuse me, ma. Good morning, ma. Can you please be quiet? We just walked in and the principal haven't said anything. You're already running your mouth, acting aggressively. No wonder Chika is behaving the way she's behaving. She carried your attitude. Very bad one for that matter. I am sorry if I overstepped my boundaries by talking to you, ma, but at least let the principal resolve this issue. Chika's mother became more aggressive. Is this girl mad? She wanted to slap Adaeze when Adaeze's mother held her hand. Hello, don't try that. You can't beat up my daughter when I'm standing right here. Who are you? Who are you, Seth? Are you the daughter of the current president of Nigeria? Or your father have any sort of position in any of the government officials? Can you let me know who you are, that you have the right to want to slap my daughter? You can't do that here. If you want to beat anybody, it will be me. Face me, I'm your age mate. If you touch my daughter might not be able to beat you back because you are older. And I've taught her better not to fight her elders. But if you want to do this kind of fight, face me, I am your age mate. Let us do it one-on-one. Remove the kids' wahala. Your child did something bad. You have not asked her what really happened, what transpired, before you start doing your judgment with beating. Adaeze's mother now faced the principal. Hello, ma. Can you tell us why you invited us to your office? The principal now asked everybody to calm down. Please. Chika's mother called and she came with her this morning with all this bandage. They said Adaeze beat her up and she beat her up with a prank. Adaeze was shocked hearing that. Me beat her up. with a prank? I never did such a thing, Mama. I didn't even touch her with any weapon. Two of us were fighting because she wants to remove my hand gloves. I warned her to stay clear, but she refused. I believe this school have CCTV. Yes, so you can check the camera, check what happened just outside our classroom. That was when it happened. She was the one that attacked me first and I defended myself. And now right in front of everyone, I want to warn you, Chika. Stop asking me to remove my hand glove. What is inside it does not concern you. I've always told the whole class teacher that always come to the class to teach. I've told them, this is medical. They asked me not to remove it. But you as a stubborn goat, you feel like you are above all. Nothing goes past you. And you felt like you'll be the first person to remove a glove I don't want to remove. Ma, please, warn Chika to leave me alone. Because the beating she got will be a list of things that will happen to her next. The principal then asked Chika what happened. Chika continued lying. But when the CCTV was pulled and the two parents watched it, it was confirmed that Chika was at fault and the beating Adaeze gave her was just self-defense. Since the evidence is right in front of them, the principal had no choice than to apologize to Adaeze's mother for wasting her time and also asked Chika to apologize to Adaeze. Chika refused to apologize, but Adaeze doesn't even care. She walked out of the principal office and went back to the class. Adaeze's mother too went back home. But Chika and her mother swore that they are going to deal with Adaeze and they will find out what she's actually hiding under that grove. Adaeze decided to teach Chika a very good lesson. Let her taste her own bitter medicine. That fateful week was the week for their midterm test. They were to write their midterm test that carried 40 marks. So, during those midterm tests, Adaeze was doing something very terrible. At the end of the week, the results came out and it turns out that Adaeze topped the class and Chika got 0 in all her tests. She was really shocked. She screamed out of shock. This is not possible. How on earth did I get 0? How is that possible? She rushed out to the principal's office to go and complain that she got 0 in all her subjects. That is better. She sits down and rewrites the test, even if another question had to be set. But she can never have 0. They checked the CCTV camera of the classroom. It turns out that Chika wrote something, but it turns out that she failed all. The school principal told her things doesn't work like that. We do not find any problem with your script. What you wrote is what they marked. I am sorry. You failed all your subjects. Just do well in your exam. Maybe you can get a pass. If not, you will definitely repeat this class. When Chika walked back into the class, she saw Adaeze smiling, looking at her. That was when it was dawned on her that Adaeze had something to do with it. She approached her desk and started questioning her loudly. Adaeze warned her to stay clear of, that she's looking for trouble again. But Chika refused to stay clear of. Then Adaeze said to her, "What does it feel like failing all your subjects? As the most intelligent girl in the whole class, you feel like you are above everybody, but now you failed all the subjects? I'm sorry, you might as well repeat this class if you don't pass your exam. You should use this energy you are using here and go and start reading for your exam if I were you." But one thing Chika doesn't joke with is her education and her results. She used that to brag a lot. She had to start begging Adaeze all of a sudden to undo whatever she's doing because she's not going to repeat that class. She told Adaeze that she will not disturb her life anymore and she won't question anything about the hand glove. She should please stay off her business and she will do the same. Adaeze looked at her twice and asked her, "Are you sure? Are you sure that you will not disturb me again? Are you sure that you will not plan one stupid plan so as to remove my hand glove?" Chika agreed that she would not do such a thing ever again. And that was how Adaeze removed her from her role of destroying her in the school. If not for that pleading, Adaeze had already made up her mind that Chika must surely repeat that class. From the following weeks, Adaeze truly noticed that Chika continued to mind her business. The humiliation she faced, failing all the subjects, and also the humiliation of beating her up, it spread round the school, and people who once feared her, who once liked her, stopped even regarding her as anybody. They stopped respecting her and stopped fearing her. So Chika had to lay low, and that was what Adaeze wanted. You can't just because you feel your parents are rich and you start bullying everybody around you. One evening, as Adaeze came back home, she told her mother, "I think it's time to tell the classmates what actually happened and why I'm wearing gloves." The mother said, "If you're comfortable, go ahead." Adaeze made up her mind that the next day in school, she would tell everyone what really happened to her. And the next day in school, Adaeze stood in front of the whole class and started telling her story. She told them that she wanted to tell them the reason why she's wearing gloves. She then removed the gloves in front of everyone and everyone was shocked. Adaeze's hands are iron. She has artificial hands. That is why she's wearing gloves. It turns out, Adaeze saved her mother from fire, and that was the reason why her hands got burnt. She's also a special child who sees things before it happens, and also someone who can save others from danger. And if she gets angry, she will destroy your life. Though Adaeze didn't tell the classmates that part of her life, but she was able to tell them the story of her saving her mother from fire years ago, making the fire to burn her hand beyond, and they had to cut her hand off. So she got a replacement, which is an iron hand. Because people used to stare at her a lot, she had to start wearing gloves. And she noticed that wearing gloves is better than leaving her hand like that. The whole class clapped for her, and some even apologized for talking down on her. Chika personally came and hugged her and apologized for being rude without even knowing her story. Never laugh at someone's scars. Some of those marks are marks of courage. Besties, what do you think about this story? Do you enjoy the story? If you do, please tell me in the comment section what you learned. And please share this story to your loved ones. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that subscribe button. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.